For ages, machines have rendered employment obsolete. Weavers were replaced by spinning jennies, elevator operators were replaced by buttons, and travel companies were driven out of business by the internet. Today, we'll be looking into the AI industry and discover how far things have gone. Robots are slowly going to take over the world. Should we be scared? If you work in a sector where robots are being introduced, you've undoubtedly asked yourself this question. Some individuals are legitimately concerned about losing their employment. Robots are more organized and, in some respects, even smarter. Some believe they were designed to aid us, to be companions, team members, or friends, but not to take the place of humans. For years, we've been warned that artificial intelligence is about to take over the planet. According to PwC, up to 30% of occupations might be automated by the mid-2030s. According to CBS News, machines will be able to replace 40% of the world's workforce in 15 to 25 years. While technological advancements may add to the rising number of jobs lost to automation, one thing is certain: people are still needed in many sectors and activities. There's no denying that artificial intelligence has radically altered and improved our lives. Our cities are becoming more linked, our homes are becoming smarter, and our business practices are becoming more efficient. However, AI can only affect parts of our society that can be automated, such as employment in more organized and predictable environments like factories or warehouses. Machines can automate some behaviors and activities, but they lack the cognitive capabilities and critical thinking abilities required to carry out nuanced or complicated actions. Artificial intelligence falls poorly in situations that rely on distinctively human qualities and skills, such as perception, social intelligence, and creativity. The value of combining artificial and human intelligence. This person-in-the-loop AI method can substantially help the three businesses described above: medical, human resources, and legal. While machines are undeniably changing the medical sector, it's crucial to remember that they're a complementary technology that's meant to supplement rather than replace medical practitioners. The Center for Clinical Artificial Intelligence is creating robots that will not only improve patient diagnosis and treatment, but will also save money and time, enhancing the entire experience. However, robot physicians are unlikely to exist since empathy, perception, and instinct are all important factors in medical decision-making. By incorporating human-in-the-loop technology into the business, medical practitioners will be able to use data to supplement their practice, continuously improve, and provide better patient care. Similarly, many businesses are using artificial intelligence (AI) in their HR operations to improve staff training, applicant identification, and employee self-service. In these situations, AI analyzes millions of data points to make suggestions, match profiles, and check up business regulations and perks, allowing the HR team to focus on providing high-quality candidate care and other elements of their work that require human attention. These AI systems, although useful, nevertheless rely on educated people to offer feedback and data that aids in greater learning and transparency. As a result, the business guarantees that its AI systems do not add prejudice accidentally. A human-in-the-loop system is the most effective approach for an HR company to build and sustain strong professional connections. Another sector where the combination of artificial and human intellect delivers a product greater than the sum of its parts is law. Consider the industry of alternative asset managers, which invests and manages trillions of dollars. To invest all of that money, you'll need to engage in ongoing and complicated contract discussions to support new funds and investments. It's a time-consuming, labor-intensive procedure that's prone to human mistakes. Legal technology advances make these processes easier by converting papers into data that can be fed into an AI system. Companies may utilize AI to improve their talents and discover efficiencies in everything from document negotiation to managing their commitments to their business partners by doing so, with the aid of seasoned human legal professionals. Asset managers may focus on prospecting and closing best-in-class investments now that those procedures are dependably simplified and safeguarded. Companies fighting to survive during the COVID pandemic. As corporations transition from the survival mode to finding out how to operate while the pandemic continues, the replacement of humans by robots may pick up speed in the following months. According to recent research by economists at MIT and Boston University, robots might replace as many as 2 million additional people in manufacturing alone by 2025. According to Daniel Susskind, a fellow in economics at Balliol College, the University of Oxford, and author of A World Without Work, Technology, Automation, and How We Should Respond, machines don't fall ill. They don't need to isolate to protect peers. They don't need to take time off work. Robots were quickly deployed in reaction to the coronavirus. They were washing airport floors and taking people's temperatures all of a sudden. Hospitals and universities use Sally, a salad-making robot created by tech company Robotics to replace dining hall employees. Malls and stadiums purchase Nightscope security guard robots to patrol empty real estate, and manufacturers of in-demand supplies like hospital beds and cotton swabs turn to industrial robot supplier Yaskawa America to help them increase production. Companies have closed contact centers that use human customer care representatives in favor of chatbots developed by live person or AI platforms. This meant companies could take advantage of AI during COVID pandemic lockdowns where the staff were not allowed at work. This meant companies could still operate and have their clients take care of via AI customer care representatives. This platform has taken off massively over the last year, with more and more businesses choosing AI over people simply to keep customer traffic and relations alive during the pandemic. In principle, automation and artificial intelligence should liberate humans from risky or monotonous activities, allowing them to focus on more intellectually engaging tasks, increasing company productivity and worker salaries. Moreover, in the past, technology was implemented in stages, giving people time to adjust to new responsibilities. Those who have lost their jobs may be able to retain and find work in a different sector utilizing severance compensation or unemployment benefits. This time, the shift was abrupt as companies hurried to replace workers with machines or software. Fearful of COVID-19 or under unexpected shutdown orders, there was no time to learn new skills. Companies who were concerned about their financial line instead let people go, leaving them to figure out how to learn new skills on their own. Is artificial intelligence that dangerous? We've come a long way in artificial intelligence, but we're still a long way from robots that are as clever as, or smarter than, humans. People who think about the future may be concerned about robot intelligence being used against us, but this isn't something we need to be concerned about right now. The present robotics environment places humans solidly in command. As a result, the thought of robots turning on humanity or becoming sentient remains a science fiction fantasy. Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, and others, among others, are already considering how to properly utilize artificial intelligence. While job loss is presently the most serious concern associated with AI disruption, it's only one of the several possible outcomes. Even talks about AI being used by criminals and planning malicious attacks against countries using hacked AI equipment. This is starting to sound like a game now, but then again, is it that far from the truth? Another interesting topic raised around AI was the fact that it could harm people using social media. With most people over the age of 16 having some form of social media presence, there are worries this could leave a huge gap for some sort of online attack using AI equipment. Again, sounds like a game, doesn't it? But let's think about it for a second. AI and its technology have moved leaps and bounds over the last decade. With more countries pushing for more tech in this field, it's only a matter of time until someone uses it for financial and political gains. Where artificial intelligence falls short. Experienced surgeons with their highly educated fine motor skills and capacity to recognize and analyze each particular scenario are vastly superior to any machine when it comes to surgery. Similarly, AI cannot replace the degree of social intelligence required for HR professionals to connect with candidates and workers and create healthy relationships. Finally, robots will never be able to match an attorney's inventiveness or intelligence when it comes to drafting, negotiating, or enforcing complicated contracts. This isn't to argue that AI doesn't have a role in these industries. In fact, AI can speed them up if it's partnered with a human operator, a technique known as human in the loop. Artificial intelligence is still in its development. Specialists and early adopters will need to collaborate with it for the technology to perform properly and safely. Problems arise when we forget this and place too much faith in AI's capacity to make its judgments. AI is frequently portrayed as a threat rather than a technology that thrives with human engagement. AI will continue to fall short of its promise unless we stop thinking of AI as having superpowers and recognize the importance of human involvement in its growth. No matter how sophisticated AI appears to be, it's still created by humans. For it to learn and evolve, it needs accurate pattern recognition and human input on correct and incorrect results. The pattern it's supposed to find is incorrect, it'll keep producing false results until it figures out how to detect and solve the problem. So in short, we should embrace AI and its benefits for a growing civilization, but more importantly, respect it for what it is. We have come a long way, and the AI field has made a huge impression on the tech front around the world. People need to understand that for AI to work more efficiently and make a vast difference looking towards the future, we need to stop thinking about how it can make money and look at how it can better help people and our health well-being. Now sit back and check on iRobot. Thanks for watching.